moved here, I was dating a guy for a few months that I met on Tinder, and it's funny because he worked for the same company I do, but I didn't know that before we connected. And then the guy I was dating last, he lives in Seattle, and he was in town for a conference. So he was like one of those people that was just swiping while he was here for a week, and we went on a date and connected, and it went from there. So, and I mean, I know people.
No, he was doing a heat check.
Get married to Match.com and all that stuff.
That heat check. That's what it is.
He was doing the heat check.
He
was doing the heat check. He was in that different city. He was like, let me see if I can score something real quick while I'm out here.
That heat check.
I mean, I was saying you didn't fall into that. You didn't fall into that trap.
But all we saying is it's a technique. It's a technique.
He was definitely shooting his shot.
Yeah,
it's a technique.
Oh, yeah.
Steph Curry with the shot.
Can't hit.
It's like when you don't knock down 3 threes, so you take the next one at the half court to see if you got it.
Right.
Hit that Steph Curry pose after when you shoot it.
Hope
ready for that thing to go in.
Hope that thing catch on fire like NBA Jam.
God, man. So
So obviously Tinder is before all y'all's time, right? Everybody married or
yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah. I don't even know how the app looks, like the little icon. Yeah.
Well, if you have any single friends, just see if they're on Tinder and see if you can swipe for them, so you can be entertained. It's quite the experience.
I'm just glad they didn't have stuff like that when we was in undergrad. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Or Facebook.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Man, it'd be like shooting fish in the barrel, man.
The Lord knows what
like
he does, what he's doing.
Man.
Yeah, you're right.
He
Yeah,
don't.
we would have exploited it.
The Lord don't give you nothing more than you can handle.
Hey, that sounds like one of them post them Instagram thoughts I have up under their picture while they grabbing their ankles. Hey Amber, do you have any friends that be posting like real deep posts, but they just really be thirst trapping? Like, you know, we like as girls like who have like on a thong and be like with her legs open on the beach with somebody taking the picture like right up her crack, and she'll just have like some, you know, only guy can judge. You know, thrive to be the best that you can be. And they don't have nothing to do with the picture.
Right.
I wouldn't say they're like friends. I mean, I have a couple. I mean, people say I'm extra, so I can't really judge.
No, you're not like that, though.
But you know what we're talking about. Nah, you ain't like that, though. You know what we're talking about.
You got some pictures like that?
Around it.
No, Amber posts when she have like a good hair day or she on top of a mountain or something.
The hair
like,
always
stuff.
be on it, though. I think, Amber, you've inspired a lot of people to go natural, to be honest with you.
Yep.
To be honest.
Yep, but guess what? Some of y'all need that.
That extra instruction. You just can't lead them there and don't give them no kind of direction.
Some of y'all need them perms still.
Yeah. That natural ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
The main thing is when you go natural, don't try to make your hair look like somebody else's. Everybody's hair is different.
Yeah,
so
true.
That's why it's natural.
Once you figure that out and you just find your own routine and products, it's easy. But I feel like the people that fail or get aggravated and stop twisting it at night or whatever is because they're trying to look like somebody else.
On them curl blogs.
You put that, what'd you use that just for me?
Or mayonnaise or avocado. You use guacamole or natural people always use kitchen products.
Yeah, tell us your secrets.
They got lunch on their hair.
But like you,
Carol's
but
daughter, I don't make anything.
They
But I
tend
do
to.
love.
But-
I am a proponent of coconut oil. I cook with it. I put it in my hair. I put it on my skin. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I just
It'll
bought some
change
extra
your life.
virgin last night. Yep, because I put it on my face before I shave. All that stuff.
Yeah,
Eat a
coconut oil
spoonful in the
do.
morning.
coconut oil and the
mean,
Robitussin.
Yep.
It's like you can use it. You can use it as makeup remover. Like there's so many uses for it.
Makeup remover.
I use coconut oil like as a I don't use that Proline moisturizer anymore. I use coconut oil like for my hair.
The one that be glistening and stuff? Like the one that the people be putting on their head? Oh, that's baby oil.
But I got a question though. A thing. So when black women started going natural, and they were, I want to put chemicals and all this stuff whatever that whole argument. But if you've been getting perms since you were 6, 8, or whatever, by the time you're 35, I'm pretty sure your scalp has already been destroyed or whatever. Them chemicals have already beat your scalp up or whatever. So at that point, does it really even still make sense? You might as well just keep riding with it. Like, I mean, I can see you growing up, like, bring your daughters up or whatever and say, we're not going to do that to them.
Yeah.
But some of these people out here that are struggling with that natural, you don't need to fight that hard.
I mean, like, my hair has always been super thick, but, like, even when I would get relaxed, because, like, if I wanted to, as a teenager, as an adult, like, I could probably get what they call a touch-up, just get a little relaxer on your scalp, well, not on your scalp, but on your roots, like, every 4 weeks if I wanted to. But the thing is, like, when you stop putting the chemicals on your hair, like, a lot of women's hair gets so much healthier and thicker, and the edges grow back, and it's
edges can grow back.
The edges come back?
They come back?
Well, I mean, it's a combination of things. Like, if you're used to getting your hair cornrow or weave and all that, pulling at your scalp since you were a child, like, you've done so much damage. But, if you just treat your hair right, leave it alone, let it grow at its own curl pattern, then you'd be surprised, like, how much better and healthier your hair looks when it's natural versus when it was relaxed.
I don't think the edges coming back, though.
They not.
Nah. Hey, Amber, yours looks good. I'm just saying, so the ones that's kind of struggling out there, you don't have to feel like you lost. Like, if you go back to being just to the chemicals. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to feel like it's a L.
I don't judge people that aren't natural. There are some people that are like that. But I know people that have gone natural and then went back, and, it's what it is. Do what you want with your own hair.
Hey, do you have to cut it? Do you have to chop it off to start the process?
So I did not. My sister did. She went natural first, like right after she finished undergrad, and then what I did was I cut my hair in a bob, and then each month I would cut an inch off as it grew back until all of the permed hair was gone. And so
Smart.
Once it was all gone, it's just a matter of practice, and I've been natural, I guess, 7 years now. So it takes time. People think it's just like an overnight process. It's not. It takes time.
I got a question since we have a woman on finally, because I didn't want to address this with all guys. In terms of this bitterness stuff, first of all, like on social media, I hear so many things like black men against black women. You know what I'm saying? But the few white friends that I have, I just don't see like, white women feeling like they're oppressed, and then, white dudes talking trash to black women. And you know what I'm saying? It's because you're one of my favorites, because you're single, you're successful, you're free. You seem like you're in control. You're loving life. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many women out there that are hurt, but that find themselves like just like, vomiting all their emotion out, and, just dragging black dudes all over social media. And I'm like, is it just because we're hearing it now, or is this always been a theme and we just been in the dark?
So I gotta ask you, like, I need examples, and then two, who are your friends on Facebook to be like bitter like 24/7? Because I feel like you might
like baby dad. Like, I know someone have like baby daddy things that went on, divorces, gay ex-husbands, like all kind of stuff like that. But like I got on one, like my homegirl today. I got on her because I just feel like she just like, like, oh yeah, black women, we ride for y'all, but y'all don't respect us and blah, blah, blah. But the only time I ever hear her say something positive about a black dude is if he's in jail, she's standing up for him, or he got murdered. But any black dude that's like living, you know what I'm saying, and still doing well, you don't never see her uplifting. For real, because she all like, well, you saw what I was talking about with Mike Brown. You saw what I was talking about with Trey. I was like, them jokers dead or in jail. Like, what about just a dude across the street who's like a good mentor? Like, what about him?
That damn criteria for good black man shout out.
Yeah, so I'm saying like it's a lot of people with baggage, but why does it seem like, that black men are not internalizing it and, always talking about it, but a certain sector of black women are? What's yeah, I just don't understand. I don't get it.
Shout out to Danae.
Yep.
I don't get it either.
Yeah,
But you don't have no bitter friends like that?
Just invite him to,
We still cool with you,
invite
though,
him to
Tanette.
church. Invite him to church. Invite him to.
Oh, she hate church too.
All that. They hate church.
Yeah, y'all was on the pod. She don't like church. She be in church and talk about like all like like I'm telling you, Amber. Like I might have to tag you on some stuff, but this is not just a one person type deal. It's like, you know, black female after black female after black female, and just by me saying black female 4 times in a row, I'm a misogynist now. I'm pretty sure, just because like everything I just said, just off making observations.
Like it makes it seem like that black women sitting around talking about how black dudes ain't shit.
Yes.
Or whatnot. And I don't, and to what Ham was saying, I don't see black dudes or think of black dudes sitting around talking about how black women not shit, just naturally, like in normal conversation or whatever.
I mean, but don't act like black men don't like trivialize.
But Amber, honestly though, Amber, a lot of that is in response to the attitude and the stigma that Ham is talking about that some black women put out there. So a lot of it is in response to the stuff that they're saying on that side. I don't think that people black dudes don't just sit around naturally talking about like how black women don't do this or they be talking shit or do that. They don't do that naturally.
Yeah, it's like go ahead.
I guess. I was so to give an example. So I went to New Orleans for a conference last fall, and it's like one of those black conferences, the National Black MBA conference, where it's like CIAA for black professionals with degrees. And,
I'm about to join that.
Work for P&G and Goldman Sachs, etc. So it's a fun week and weekend. Like half of it is like networking and job expo, etc. But the big draw to it is the parties. So you meet. It's a lot of social stuff. You suited and booted all day, and then you go out at night. And I met a guy at one of the parties, dance or whatever, hung out, and then I hooked up with some friends the rest of the weekend to go to some day parties and stuff. He was texting, but didn't really hear from him again. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And then one of those days, he actually came by the booth, dropped off his 4-page resume, and, said hi or whatever. And didn't hear from him again anyway, weekend ends. And something told me, you know what? You know that guy's name, full government name because of his resume. Let's look him up on Google. And so I Googled dude, find some accolades and stuff, run across his Facebook page, get to his Facebook page, and what did I find? That he is married with a child. And so am I getting on Facebook talking about that? No. But it's happening. So don't act like men are not trifling. Black men are not trifling and out there in the world. I guess my thing is I've got better things to talk about. So to each his own. Hopefully everybody will have their happiness and actually tweet and Facebook post and Facebook Live their happiness. But some people, that's what they get out of social media is the venting.
Yeah, your example sounds like a chromosome issue, not a race issue. It sounds like a man thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I know if you're only dealing with black men, you're going to talk in terms of black men, but don't make it seem like it's exclusive to black men. You see what I'm saying? And I think they're giving it so much weight. Like, yeah, you guys. I'm like, dude, like, because first of all, like my wife isn't the only woman I've ever dated. So to every other chick that I didn't close a deal with, I'm some sort of a dog or can't be in a relationship or can't close a deal. You only write for one person, but for 30 other people or whatever the number is, you know what I'm saying? That I've talked to, dated, got their phone number, not called them back. I'm a dirtbag. You see what I'm saying? But guys, like, I guess since most of the time we're getting rejected or being the aggressor, we have like thicker skin and we understand that. That's why on Facebook, I was like, these people are bitter. Like, I use the example that Apple we were laughing at. Like, you bit a rotten apple in 2006, but now all fruit is bad forever. Like, I mean, let that joint go.
Yeah.
Like, every dude is not going to be your baby's dad.